Hey there, welcome back to the podcast. Glad to have you along. This is admittedly going to be very lighthearted. See, I say that. My intention is to make this very lighthearted. I just finished up work, and next door to where I work, they have a mattress store. My wife and I have been facing the reality that we are soon going to need a new mattress for ourselves. We've had the one that we've had for probably, I don't know, it's been 15 plus years, and we got it. It was given to us from a friend who had it for I don't know how long. Now, they buy nice things, so whatever it is, whatever brand, make and all that stuff, whatever it is, it's nice. I'm sure it was a nice one. Better than I probably would have bought, for sure. So they gifted it to us. Very thankful, of course. We've put it to use for years and years, but it's just getting, a little mushy. You're starting to barely see that tiny little sign of some sinking spots on both sides. And I really, because I'm very frugal, some might say cheap, I just would rather ignore it, and I don't really care. I'm just sleeping, right? I'm sleeping, so it's fine with me. But my wife has very casually and kindly and softly referenced that we might want to consider a new one sometime soon. And so today, next door to where I work on one day a week, is a mattress store. So I thought, well, it's harmless enough. I'll just pop in there and see how much a mattress costs. Kind of an innocent little thought. Go get a little bit informed. I don't know that I've ever bought a brand new mattress now that I think about it. I'm 46 years old, and I think every mattress I've ever slept on has been in one way or another given to me. I have inherited mattresses for my entire life. Who buys mattresses, right? Oh, goodness. How about you? Did you buy your mattress? It might have been your great-great-grandma's. Who knows? Mattresses last forever, right? Oh, we won't even get started about all the dead skin cell business. Oh, my. I don't get creeped out by that stuff, but that creeps me out. So, I walk in there, and this nice gentleman comes up to introduce himself to me in his uniform, And, of course, I tell him why I'm there. I said, I literally know nothing about mattress costs or like what I'm even looking at. Like, I'm just here to get a ballpark idea of what a mattress costs today to kind of put into my thinking. And of course, as is the case in modern day buying anything, he walked me right to the Rolls Royce section, unbeknownst to me. He said, well, how about these we're standing right in front of right here? Now, these are the Tempur-Pedic, and I'll just make up some name, black platinum 4.75 split super coil cooling foam memory adaptive edition. Oh, okay. Oh, are you serious? I mean, it's like, okay, so he proceeds to tell me about this mattress, and he has this real slick little slide out thing, this laminated price sheet that slides out of this little hidden pocket on the top of the mattress. So he slides that little bad boy out, and I look in my eyes, because I know I'm looking for a king mattress. My eyes start scanning the prices and, looking for the king line. And I would love to know the look on my face when my eyes saw king mattress only, $4,800. I probably looked like a fool. I think the look on my face was probably screaming out, holy cow, are you joking? And so he proceeds to tell me, about all the options of this. of this mattress and like the super technology, and it keeps your body 8 degrees cooler than, I don't know, something. It does something really good. It makes you magically cooler. When you move, your sleeping partner doesn't even know you're moving because it has interwoven dual coil technology with central housed cylindrical coil patterns. I mean, it was, oh my gosh. And then he proceeds to tell me that any purchase over $3,000 qualifies for, I don't know, 40-month financing. And I was like, is this real life? I mean, do people shop here? I was literally like, I cannot believe that this is happening. I thought, I don't know. Okay, so this is like, I can already foresee the conversation with my wife. Well, what did you expect? I mean, did you think you'd walk in and find the $200 mattress section? I mean, and I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what I was looking for. I don't know what it was I was expecting, but I know it wasn't a $5,000 mattress. And then, of course, he asked me, now, are you looking for a set with the frame and box springs? I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I can't even imagine. Like, what kind of loan would I need to even be able to afford that thing? Oh my gosh, I was just freaking out. I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, I just spent $2,500 on a farm truck this winter. I mean, like, you're trying to sell me a $5,000 mattress. Oh my gosh. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was like, it was otherworldly. I can't stop laughing about it. Thankfully, I wasn't like this. I was very professional in the store, and I don't think he realized that, other than my final closing remarks, which were, everything on that half of the room is like absolutely hands down out of my price range. And so, like, we walked to the back. And there are these mattresses standing up, just loose, leaning against the wall. And I'm like, well, how about those? He said, well, those are what we consider guest room mattresses. I'm like, well, tell me more about those, please. Well, those aren't mattresses that we would recommend people sleep in upon all the time, sir. Those are, again, they're guest room mattresses. They're mattresses that aren't meant to see much action. They just kind of are there for when they're needed. Oh, I don't even know why I'm so... Oh, this is hilarious. Oh, man. And so I was asking more questions about that wall and the mattresses just leaning up against it than I was anything else. And so I was like, are you sure you can't sleep on those every night? I'm like, will it ruin my back, or will they fall apart? Or like, is half of it missing? What's the deal? Why are these so cheap? Oh, gosh. Oh, and so... I don't know, I felt so tickled by it. I just wanted to turn this on and record something that's not so serious and show people that, like, I am a real human being. I do laugh. I do enjoy my life. Oh, I'm not some ridiculous ogre of a man who's always eating locusts and honey in the wilderness. Oh, man. And so I just thought I would share that with anybody who might find that remotely entertaining. And so, yeah, so what's the moral of the story? Oh, man. Things are not always as they seem in our heads. Things are not always what we think they're going to be. And, here's my problem. Like, again, if I could get into the mind of my beautiful wife, she will ask me, well, what were you expecting, Joel? Like, what did you think they would cost? Well, I don't know. didn't think about it. I didn't really even think what I was doing. All I know is I didn't think it would be that. And you know what? This is of course lighthearted. It's very trivial. This is the epitome of trivial. But I'm finding that truth in my life. Like, everything for the most part that my life seems to be coming around this corner to be about is like, God, this is not what I expected it to be. And he could appropriately say, well, what did you think it would be? And I would be able to answer many things very clear, and other things, I don't know. I don't know, but I just didn't think it would go this way. But just like I can't go in there, I can't turn around now and go back to that store and like tell this salesman, look, man, I know that mattress is $5,000, but like, I really don't think that's how much it should cost. I think it should be more around, I would be willing to even say, just to be reasonable, $1,200. He would laugh, right? He would say, did you hear me describe this technology, sir? Do you see this remote control? Do you see the dual comfort button technology with the super coil pack split module, super comfort, temperature reducing components? Do you see those things? This is a $5,000 mattress. I'm sorry, if you want this mattress, which you can have, you're going to pay $5,000 for it because that's what it is, period. Now, like, we wouldn't go in there with any kind of self-confidence and say, hey, I don't care what your price is. I think it should be $1,200, and I'm paying $1,200 for that mattress. Y'all, the simple fact of life, the simple pattern of life, even in the natural, about silly little things like mattresses, are guided by set parameters. If you want that mattress, whoever buys that thing, Lord help you, whoever buys a $5,000 mattress will pay $5,000 for it. It will be expected of you to pay what is asked. That is the price, period. And just like that, the things of our life, if we're truly yielded to the Lord, if we're truly yielded, if we're really saying the old time hymn, have thine own way, if we're really saying, Lord, have your way, do we really mean that? Or in any way, are we going back in to the courts of God and saying, hey, I don't want to pay that. The cost is too great. I'll give you my whole life, but not that. No, I can't pay that. I can't give that. I can't surrender that. I can't let that go. You know what? God's laws, God's parameters, God's demands and requirements, they're more set than any other thing. They are more sure than any other thing we will ever encounter and know. The MSRP on the regulations, rules, boundaries, and parameters of God are not negotiable, my friend. What he says is what is, period. I was thinking about the slain lamb reality that I did that message on a few days ago. The identity of being in the slain lamb. He provided himself as a sacrifice to satisfy every single thing necessary for you and for me and for any other to come into his presence and to know him. There is a price to be paid. There is a cost for our own sacrificial living. There is a surrender to be done. There is a consecration of ourselves to tend to. I say these things all the time, I know. But may we not be negotiators with the sovereign perfect will of eternal God when in fact it does come to us, however it comes. Number one, are you availed to it, period? Are you willing to the point of death? Have you joined into the death? And if you have, then you have been brought into the kingdom to be one who walks that out, who continues on that path of what? Of continually surrendering. God, I don't know. My suggestions, what I'm feeling willing to pay right now to be a follower, a Christ man, may it be according to your requirements. What you're asking of me for my literal life, like the laying down of my plans, the laying down of myself. It's about His will. It's about His way. It is about Himself and giving ourselves to Him. So as silly as this was today, I had no intention of like falling to pieces laughing. I mean, it wasn't that funny until I started recording my thoughts. But even within that, y'all, I don't want to be like that with God. I don't want to be like, hey, that's not what I think that's worth. That's not how I think this should go, what it should be, what it should cost me. I will pay with my very life. I will be a laborer, a worker in the harvest fields that are coming into readiness in this age and in this hour. So friends, I hope you had a good chuckle. And may the Lord continue to speak to us and direct our steps. Amen.